what, gentlemen, right now you're watching DC Born Rob on YouTube.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. My name is Rob Christian, also known as DC Born Rob, DC Rob. I answer to them all. Thank you guys for watching. This is, just the first live I've done in a long time. A little minute. A month, 2 months. It's been a while. Anyway, I just want to reach out, talk to a few of you guys, go over the vaccine requirements that are running through both the U.S., because as of today, the U.S. is officially open to international travel. Just have a few requirements that need to be adhered to. I think it's the 16th of this month or later this month, they're going to enact in Colombia where you have to show the vaccine card or proof of a vaccination. And I want to discuss that too. And hopefully you guys can give me some assistance on that. Let's see how things are going. The few things I need to go over, I'm going to, because I'm just starting up and it's live and there's nobody here yet, I'm going to begin this. Hopefully I have everything clicked off all right so far, because again, it's been a while since I've done it. Okay, Jason, you're here. Much appreciated. Last time it was 2 times ago I did it, and I didn't put like some setting on it, children can watch this or something like that. So then I didn't get the chat up. But anyway, I want to go over a few things. I'm going to jump into it because this will also be, of course, replayed. Thank you to everybody who has reached out with assistance and tips for certain stories. I can't tell you how much appreciation I can offer for that, because it's been, man, you guys have really reached out and helped out too. And always write notes. And then the problem is I don't leave the notes where I need to be able to see them. Howard, what's up? Jason, what's up? Appreciate you guys for joining me. Hopefully we get a few more. Everybody who comes in, do me a favor and hit the like button. If you are getting any benefit out of my videos, do me a favor, go down and hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be alerted of any new videos, and like, of course. Like helps the YouTube algorithm. And for everybody who takes a second and go down and hit like, cool man said, you all right. That's right. So we're going to jump into this, and I'm going to jump straight in. We're talking about the vaccine card first. I just want to run over a few things. I have a list of things that I want to address, and then have you guys comment as best you can. Big Mike, I ain't seen you in a while, bro. Are you down there now? I think, a month ago you said you were headed back down for another 3 or 6 months. Appreciate you guys for joining me. Musico Loco, what's up? The Ginger Day. Am I vaccinated? Man, you must ain't been watching me for a while. Showing up, I'm vaccinated. As a matter of fact, I got my booster Saturday. So yesterday was a little rough. So for anybody who hasn't taken the booster, I will tell you this. Just like the second one was rough, and I did Moderna. So the second one was rough. I had a migraine and then achy, and then, get hot. You have hot flashes and so on. But this one, I was fine that first day. The following day, though, I woke up just achy. And then, a couple hours later, I'm like, I thought it would wear off. I took a couple of aspirin and it went away. So I'm good. And then just a little bit of fatigue after that. Ricky, what's up, man? What's up? You, howdy to you, man, the Ginger Day. Thank you guys for jumping in, guys and girls. Much appreciation. You here for, Big Mike said he's there for a year. Hey, man, work it out. Now, so I'm going to have a lot of questions for you guys, too. I wish I'd reached out to some of you guys first, too, because those who are there now, I need some feedback on this new vaccine plan. So for those who don't know, Colombia is getting ready to start a new policy. This is according to Minsalud, their health department, that they're going to require vaccination cards to be shown when you enter certain businesses, restaurants, bars, nightclubs, so on. Doesn't pertain to everything, like hospitals, and I think malls are exempt. But movie theaters, things like that, I think large crowds, they're going to require it. But they have a way of having an electronic version of that card. So they're not going to have to carry it around. They're just going to have to do like everybody else and carry a cell phone around. We don't have that as of yet that I'm aware of. I think you can check electronically to see if you have a vaccination card. They may give you a copy of it. I think they'll send you a copy of it, but I don't know if they will allow us to use an electronic card. So that leaves us where? When we go down to Medellin, what happens? Will we be able to show our card like what, 2 months ago, I was in Greece, in Santorini, sitting on the side of the mountain and wanting to go into a bar. And they're going, "Do you have your vaccine card, sir?" So don't beat up on Colombia for doing it, because there's a lot of countries that are doing it. We couldn't go into this bar without our card. And they were lenient, of course. So they would ask. I'm like, "Yeah, we have one, but I don't have a pic. I don't have my card. I have a picture of it." They're like, "Okay, that's okay." But I'm like, "Oh, well, my girl don't have hers either." But just show us one. They just want to know that you're adhering to some type of precautions and policy. So let's see who else is in here right quick, though. Blaine, what's up? What's up, man? Are these vaccination cards for establishments only, or does it also pertain to travel? No, it doesn't pertain to travel to Colombia. You can still get to Colombia like walking in the mall. It's a piece of cake now. But you still have to fill out the form, 24 hours, check MIG. And I think there may be another one, but that's all electronic. You do it within 24 hours before you head down. You don't need any tests, no PCR, none of that stuff. Now, coming back, that's the challenge for us too, because since the US just opened up today, the 8th of November, they just opened up the United States to international travel, but you have to be vaccinated. So you ain't coming here unless you're vaccinated if you are from another country. But they have to do vaccination and a COVID test. Now, US citizens, and this is my understanding, US citizens can come back without a vaccine card, but instead of the 72 hours, instead of those 3 days to get the test, you only get one. So just know that you have to take your test within 24 hours. So leaves a little more open. Really, they should be doing it anyway, but 3 days, I'll take it because I'm heading out of the country next week. I don't want to have to deal with that mess anyway. But yeah, you don't need it to go into Colombia, but coming back, you don't need it either. But if you have it, you can still do the same 72 hours. If you don't have it, you cannot. Okay, you have to do it within 1 day. Okay, let's see. Oh, so disappointed to hear this. Man, I'm going to tell you, I can't see how they're going to do this. I don't see how they're going to implement it. They need to be, if they're using cops or somebody else, they need those cops to be fighting crime. As we saw last week, there's still some issues they need to brush up on. So I can't see them going around the restaurants and bars and bothering the people. "Excuse me, sir, can you show us your card?" And I'm sure the health department doesn't come around all the time either to check this stuff. So how are they going to do it? Is it the honor system? So for those who are thinking of going down, and I've had a lot of you guys comment too, I ain't going. Oh, I'm going to hold off now until they try to figure out what's going on. But I seriously don't see how they're going to pull this off. I hope they get back before the end of the year because I got another trip again next week. But I can't see how they're going to pull this off, man. I just don't see it. Okay, we have that going on in my city, New York City. I found that out last week. I don't know who told me that, but yeah, they're checking it to go into restaurants and stuff. So it's not that. Don't beat up on Colombia. Now, why they're doing it now, that I don't get. Is it because the U.S. contingency just left a week or two ago, and somebody whispered in their ear, "You need to do more. You need to do something"? I don't get why now. Are the numbers going up? I'm not seeing the numbers going up. The numbers are going up a little bit, I think, but they're not. It's not like it was before they opened it up and before they just stopped doing anything. From what I can tell, Colombia's been doing the right things. I thought they were lying about the numbers when they were reducing it. But I guess they have been. Musica Local says, "I am here. Colombian anti-vaxxers are pushing back against this mandate." Yeah, I'm sure. A lot of you guys don't want to take the vaccine. I'm vaccinated, man. I'm 59. I'm vaccinated. If I die tomorrow, I've had a good life. I ain't worrying about it. I just didn't want to die and suffer. And I have diabetes, so that's how I was able to get it early and get my booster shot a little bit early too, without having to be that much older. But you know how much stuff I put in my body over my lifetime. You know how much stuff the government's put in my body. There's other vaccines. But I get you don't want to take it, or I should have put it this way: you don't want to be forced to take it. I get that part of it, but everybody's got their own point. You know what I mean? So, hey, Rob, I'm going to Medellin at the end of the month. M. Orozco, cool. So you ain't gonna let it slow you up. I hear you. Ain't gonna. Many countries are smart and they don't want to have like our 700,000 deaths. Exactly. When we went to France and Athens and Greece and all this stuff, you can travel internationally, but it's a challenge now. I'm telling you, for all you people who like to show up at the airport late in another country, or this country before you leave, and you don't have all your paperwork left. I mean, right? And there's 75 people in line, and you get all the way to the counter because you need to check your bags, and they tell you got to stand to the side. Next thing you know, other people are coming and going. We had that happen in France or Greece. One of them, it's a mess, man. The heat, because you're stressing to get on a plane. You just want to get on a plane. Now I just want to be on a plane and be done with it and move on. But okay, you're right. Many countries are like that. They started a vaccine card for LA today. Oh yeah. Anybody else know of any information? Look, I report the news as best I can, but a lot of the stuff, I mean, I'm always watching the news. So I'm for the news for Colombia. So I saw that robbery like within an hour of after it happened. And then the stories just kept changing. But the whole time I was getting tips and alerts. Rob, you see this? You see this video? So I need you guys, whoever knows something, pass it on to me if you could. Just send it to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. That brings up another thing. Our group, we have a community group. It is not on WhatsApp. WhatsApp was a nightmare. I would never go through that again. I hate WhatsApp. I hate my phone. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate beeps and clicks and 100 different types of messages at the same time. I just don't want to deal with it. So I have my phone's off right now, but I turn the text, that buzzing noise or whatever, the pop, click, tweet. I don't want to hear it. I don't want that crap popping up in my life. Okay. Blaine says he's fully vaccinated too. KB says, appreciate the info. Glad to help. Again, I need you guys help though. But that brought me to, that's right. It brought me to the group. The group is doing well. We have 400. I checked right before I came on, 497. How many people watching this video right now that's not in the group? I need some of you guys. Okay, there's 42 people watching right now. I need some of you guys to join the group. Send me your WhatsApp number. I just used that for confirmation that we don't let some of the people that we had issues with before in again. So because groups can get unhinged when it comes to people talking about prepaid and prostitutes. And I don't know how many videos you've watched of mine, but that's not what I'm about. So I don't want to even go down that path. I want to be able to give the news and information for people who want to travel. I don't care if you're male or female, and you can't have that talk around females. So anyway, that's why we are on this other platform, because somebody asked me earlier, I thought you were on WhatsApp. No. And WhatsApp can get just crazy in people. And in WhatsApp, you can see each other's phone numbers, because that's what happened. Somebody took numbers from the group, passed it on to another one. So then next thing you know, people getting calls for porn sites and all kind of stuff on their phone. Yeah, I'm not with it. So I don't play with that anymore. But I'm at 497. Bro, can I get 3 people to join tonight? Can I get 4 people to join tonight and take us over 500? Just send me your WhatsApp number and your name to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. As a matter of fact, let me run that across the bottom to, there you go. So I'll put that up. I got a bunch of stuff I want to go over and show you tonight, though. Let me get back and read some of the comments, though. I'm going to try to keep up with the comments while I'm talking. Blaine's fully vaccinated. David, what's up? Julio Santana says, in Medellin in 2 weeks, I have my 3 shots. I'm excited. How'd you get your 3 shots that fast? I thought I was fast. Hope they robbed the bank next to my Airbnb where I am. Hey, but oh man, I should have got this video. Okay. I didn't have enough time to download it. I told myself to do it. Out of all the video from the shootings, from the robbery the other day, and if you're not familiar, there was a big heist, 15, 20 people, whatever, long guns on motorcycles, like 20 of them shooting. The cops pull up. But what you don't see in any of those videos is when they first start shooting, you don't see who they're shooting at. Well, the cops, just 2 cops on a motorcycle, turn the corner, and this is coming from the traffic lights. It's about 8, 10 seconds, 13 seconds long, but you see them pulling up, and they pull up into like a group of motorcycles. All those motorcycles were involved in the robbery. So as soon as the cops pulled up, they started pulling up quickly. And that's when one of the cops hopped off the back and ran around the corner and started shooting down the sidewalk. And that's why they were shooting up the sidewalk. So it started with 2 cops on a motorcycle that pulled up, and then just obviously when people felt it was time to scoot, the robbers did anyway. When they felt it was time to get out of there, some of the people didn't make it. Didn't have a motorcycle and a car. If you saw one of them, there was 3 people on the motorcycle. It was straight nuts. So there is strength in numbers. Join our group. Again, I only use your WhatsApp number for confirmation. You don't see it anywhere on the website. There's no personal information. Just do me a favor, use your picture so we can see who you are. And also, when you get there or anywhere else, change your location to there or anywhere else. If you're in Cartagena, you're in Medellin, change your location in the app to there, and you'll see who else is there nearby. It'll say so-and-so is here, so-and-so is there, so-and-so is there. Okay. Let's see. Everybody. Hey, Rob. So you are born and raised in DC? Yep. You figured that out? I am born. That's how I explain it too. Somebody, sometimes I get in an Uber and that's what it says. It says DC born Rob, and they think I'm African. Man, he got too many consonants in his name. Born. How you do? Most people can get it, but yeah, I tell it. My name is Rob. I was born in DC. Started with my email, just carried on. Then when I started this using Gmail, it's hung with it. So that's why I'm DC born Rob. Erasing borders because I want you guys to travel. I'm headed back to Antigua next week. Everybody that knows my travel, you'll see this video for my videos for Guatemala, my best trip ever. Favorite city in the world. I love Medellin, but my favorite city in the world is Antigua. Man, and I'm going to tell you guys, I'm telling the guys this, if you love your girl or your wife, take her to Antigua, Guatemala. I'm telling you. I've been to Italy. What's it called? The island? What's it called? I don't know. We're the most romantic place in the world. I've been all over Europe, but I'm telling you, this was the spot. Also, don't sleep on San Miguel de Allende in Mexico. And what's the last place we went to? Shoot, and I just did a video for it. Can't remember the name of it. But anyway, okay, let me see what else I got to address here. Okay, but thanks for the information. Much appreciation. I wrote down a bunch of people that I needed to thank because I had 2 or 3 people who I need to find this. Okay, Chris G and Freddie T. Thank you guys so much for your donations to the channel. Much appreciated. Again, I need to leave this out too. Chris G and Freddie T. Thank you so much for the donation to my channel. Chemical Tesla Records. Hey, brother, thanks for them. Bet. Let's see. Champion says I was in LA today and I heard people on Starbucks asking for their vaccination cards. I was like, what? Yeah, it's real. But the U.S. needs to come up with some type of electronic version that can be scanned, with a barcode or something. Because who wants to carry that card around them? First of all, paper is easy to forge. I mean, I don't get it. I don't claim to understand everything. I'm just trying to travel and encourage you to travel. Okay. He said when they said they were asking for vaccine cards at the Starbucks, he ran. Edward says, Rob, what do you think will happen when the vaccine cards in Colombia? Will they actually be enforced? Who will enforce them? And what are the implications for tourists? And that's what I'm saying. That's what I started this video on. I don't see them carrying this out. When I first heard it, I'm like, well, how are they going to do this? How are they literally going to walk into restaurants, bars, nightclub, and ask for your vaccine cards? Now, if you're Colombian, you have an electronic version for it. But still, who wants to be sitting in a restaurant, chilling, eating, enjoying yourself, which everybody there is trying to do, especially tourists, and you got people walking up asking for your vaccination card? Are they going to target Americans or target tourists because we don't have an electronic way of doing it? Are they going to give us an electronic way of doing it? Anybody have any advice on this? Let me know, because just like Edward just asked me, we don't know. I've searched. Let me tell you something. Sometimes I'm up really early. Sometimes I'm up really late. And on the weekends, I spend a lot of time looking up things like that. I can't find it anywhere. And I'm pretty good at searching. Let's see. Were the strip clubs in Cartagena? That I don't know. I don't know anything about Cartagena. To be honest with you. Check out my man Razor Rays over in Cartagena, though. If you haven't seen my interview with him, go back a month or so ago, or type in DC Born Rob, Razor Rays, and you'll see his videos. He's getting ready to move down there, and he's got all the information for Cartagena. So he's my guy there. He should be your guy too. Melanie says, hey, I'm late. So do we have to be fully vaccinated to come to Colombia now? No. Again, and I'm going to repeat this too, because I started right off, because keep in mind when people watch the video again, I hate doing, let's wait till some more people come in the room. I just start right off. So you still don't need a vaccine to get into Colombia. It's a piece of cake. Couple of electronic apps that you need to fill out 24 hours before you leave, and you're good. Coming back, well, now when you get there, they're saying that you have to show your vaccine card in restaurants, bars, nightclubs, things like that. Not in malls, hospitals, and certain other things. And there is a list. And go check out my video a couple of videos ago. I'll try to leave a link in the description for this video. But it does, spell out what it's for. I just don't see them checking everybody. So honestly, I would still go. If I was going soon, I would still go. I wouldn't let it stop me. Besides, there's ways around everything. And again, and let me tell Melanie also, when you're coming back, though, the question is when you're coming back with the vaccine cards, because today, officially, November 8th, the U.S. is open to international travel for people who have been fully vaccinated. Fully vaccinated, that means 2 shots or the 1 shot, and 2 weeks after, 1 shot for J&J. But if you are coming back, now you had 3 days, 72 hours to take your COVID test. And of course, you try to take it as far out as you can, because what if you get it that second day or the first day? So you take it on the 3rd day, 3 days out. But now if you're coming back to the U.S., yes, you have to. If you do not have your vaccination card, you can no longer take the test within 3 days. You have to take the test within 24 hours. Okay. So if you're down there and you're getting ready to come back after today, you need to know that you have 24 hours if you're not vaccinated. Okay. Or you don't have a fake ID card. I ain't telling you do that. I ain't telling nobody to do that. Hell, I already planned my escape route. If I get stuck, I'm going to Tijuana. It's simple as that. I know my way home. Okay. Let's see. Facts. Let's see. Elvis says, hey, Rob, do you like Cali? I've never been to Cali. You mean California or I think Pereira? No, you're talking about. Nope. I've never been outside of Medellin, Colombia. I spent all my time, months and months, in Medellin. I love Medellin, except to go to El Peñol or something like that. But for the most part, I stayed in Colombia. I loved it. And people have a hard time believing that I never closed my windows and my door, my patio balcony door. Never closed it. Never closed it. That's how good the weather was. There was no bugs. Every once in a while, a fly or something will come in. But if you sit there long enough and don't panic, he just go right out the other side, because I ain't got nothing for him. I don't leave garbage or anything else. So, okay. Champion says, I want to join the group. You need to send me, just like it says on the bottom, email me your WhatsApp number and your name to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. Okay, let me get caught up with a few other these. Yes. Joining now. Bet. Appreciate it. Okay, Rob, what do you do? What if you do not do WhatsApp or Facebook, etc.? Send me your number. Send me your real number, because the reason I'm asking for WhatsApp numbers is because we had some issue with some people in the past, and I want to make sure they don't get back in the group. Okay. Facebook. I have Facebook. You know what I do on Facebook? I post like once a month. I don't look at anything. I want to know whose cat is sick or none of that. Wild West. You ain't lying. It was crazy last week. Came back from Brazil 3 weeks ago. They've been testing restrictions a bit easy. Okay. Timothy says, do you need a PCR test to return to the USA from Colombia if you are vaccinated? Yes, you still do. And you still need a test regardless if you're vaxxed or not. If you are vaxxed, you still have 72 hours to take your test. If you are not vaxxed, then you have to do it within 24 hours of leaving. You can do it at the airport. Most places, international airports, you can do it at the airport too. Buenas, good. Okay, I hope those robbers get a lot of time. Man, hey, desperate times call for desperate things. They've been planning that. And then come to find out the body armor they had on had Bogota police or something like that? Bogota government? Was it an inside job? And by the way, do you know that the truck they used to ram into the front in some pole or whatever, the number that was on the back was 543. Somebody there saw that number in that video and played the number and won it the same day. So yesterday I played it. I played random pick 3. You know what I got? 453, and it's still boxed, but guess what? I didn't win, so I don't even want to talk about it. How do you get to Antigua, Guatemala? Take a plane. Take a plane to Guatemala City, GUA. Take a plane there, and then it's like a 45-minute Uber ride, and most of that time is the time it takes to get out of the city in traffic. But then you go through the mountains because you have to go through the mountains to get to Antigua, and then when you get there, it's all cobblestone. Whole street is cobblestone. Beautiful. Old. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's old, but it is immaculate, well kept. They are fighting for the safest city in the world, if that tells you anything too. So you can feel comfortable. I still won't take my rings because I'm not stupid. And I know I'm going to be in Guatemala City too. We're going to Lake Atitlan and all that stuff. But so watch those videos coming up too. Shay says, hola, hola. Thanks, David. Let's see. Oh my God. Do we have to be vaccinated to come to Colombia? Nope, you still don't. No, the electronic, no, on the electronic versions, this stuff will never end. Yeah. Electronic is very radical, almost biblical in a bad way. Let's see. Antigua, Guatemala. I'm going there next. Honeymoon. Thanks for, oh man, I'm telling you. That's a good place for a honeymoon. And Guatemala in general. And if you go to Antigua, make sure you get to Lake Atitlan from there too. We're going to Tikal this time, which is the pyramids, the Mayan pyramids, but because we haven't gone the last 3-4 times we went. Antigua, Guatemala. Okay. Does the info you put on the Clear app count? It asks for your COVID vaccination info and gives you a QR code. That I don't know because I have Clear. Because I don't like standing in line. So, and I'm TSA approved. I have a KTN number, a known travel number. So, I breeze through domestic airports. Some actually take Clear on the way back. Is it Clear or known travel number? I think Philippines does. The Philippines should be opening up in a couple of months too. And if you ain't been to the Philippines, you need to get. Somebody asked me the other day, I want to put this up right quick. I want to show a quick video. Somebody asked me today, in a comment says, are you part owner or do you get, I forgot what it said. Do you get paid from Sweet Georgia Cafe from promoting them or anything? No, I don't. I solely say go to Sweet Georgia Cafe for a few reasons: to help out a brother, an American who has a restaurant in the city. And if we don't support them, the locals, chances aren't. So we need the visitors to go down to help. The food is good. The people are cool. You will meet somebody there. The chances are that lives on your block, your neighborhood, your city, your town. It is your resource center. More than anything, Sweet Georgia Cafe is your resource center. You want to meet people. You want to learn about a visa. You want to learn about medical care. You want to learn about medical care for veterans. You want to know anything about being an expat. That's where you go. I'm telling you, I lived there for a few months, and I don't know of any other place like this where you have this sort of resources. Plus, man, Rob, the owner is Rob Lester. Rob's got bikini, and I'm getting ready to show you some of it too. Bikini stuff. Anytime there's a festival, like a holiday here, like 4th of July or something, it's 4th of July there. So you won't miss your holidays there. Thanksgiving here, it's Thanksgiving there. Okay, because Colombians don't celebrate American holidays. You want some good turkey? You go there. You want some good, and I haven't had the oxtails, but I'm heard they're good. But the wings, okay, so good food, good drinks, good friend, group, collective, strength in numbers. That's why I tell you to go. Let me show you this quick video that I put up of Rob. So if you want to see what it looks like inside Sweet Georgia Cafe, and you want to see what kind of stuff they're having on, because now bikini contest, live music, live jazz, it's the spot. No, I don't get paid for this. I'm telling you, you need to go because that was my spot. When I told somebody I was going over to the spot, I was talking to somebody back here saying, yeah, I'm going over to the spot now. Or I'm at dance class, but when I leave dance class, I'm going over to the spot. That's what I meant. Okay, so check this out. Well, let me find the video. I'm still on the tickers. Okay, and where did I put it? Okay, here we go.
Welcome to Sweet Georgia. I'm Rob Lester. This is my spot, Sweet Georgia Breakfast Sports Bar and Grill. Come check us out every Thursday night for the swimsuit contest along with Monday Night Football. And on Wednesday nights, we got jazz. Sunday, we rocking football all day. And hey, we got the best and only soul food and American breakfast in Medellin, Colombia. It all started right here 4 years ago. Come holler at your boy. We all home. This hour.
De Medellín, los esperamos por acá, los queremos ver, vean, estas nenas, para ustedes, bienvenidos sean, por acá hay chicas, trago, todo lo que les quiera y les guste, bienvenidos mis amores, a Colombia, vamos.
So this is our guest. The VIP at the party is going to be a wild rosé. Okay, so get your glass for me so you get in free.
Do you believe there is nothing in this world that could break us up? I don't know what the future holds, but I don't wanna fly so.
Okay, now I see right now, I hope that song is not copywritten, because then I'll have to cut this section out. So if you ain't live right now, you may not get to see it. But I'm telling you, I asked myself, is Sweet Georgia Cafe the first place I go when I land?
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yes. Oh, of course.
Of course.
I think we all agree.
Yes.
Positively.
Yes.
We all
Yes.
are going to say
Yes,
yes.
yes.
There you go. So let me catch up with some of this before I get to a couple of notes too. Let's see. You need to be. Oh shoot, I missed a bunch. Let's see. She said, "Hola, KB, not on the electronic versions. This stuff will pass." The Clear app, given the tourism accounts for a high percentage of Colombia's GDP, why would you think they are beginning this? I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know. And this is from Edward. I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why now? Unless the only timing thing was that the fact that the U.S., Secretary of State went a couple of weeks ago, and maybe somebody whispered in their ear, because we give them money. Why now? And how are they going to enforce it? So like I said, I wouldn't let it stop me because I don't think they can enforce it. Besides, there's always a way around everything. I know this. I was there when it was locked down earlier this year. Okay, if you're a citizen, you do not need to be vaccinated. You just need to take the test. Exactly. But in one day, take the test to come back. If you just like I told you before, if you are vaccinated, you still have the 72 hours, if not 1 hour. Okay. Orozco in New York, we have Excelsior app for the vaccine. We just show the barcode. That's what I figure they need to do here. They need to come up with some sort of universal. Go back and watch a video I did 6 months ago, and I said that same thing. This is coming. I knew it then. I said there's going to be an international vaccine card because our country just can't do it on our own because it's international travel. We have to work with other countries, so it's coming. There's going to be some universal ID, whether you like it or not. It's coming. So I mean, so he says, CC says basically you need to be vaxxed. I mean, if you want, I'm not trying to sway you one way or another. I can only tell you I'm vaxxed. I'm vaccinated, and I just got the booster. So, B Bear says Medellin is so beautiful. It is. It is a beautiful city, and the weather is just amazing. Let's see. Dan the Queasy Fisherman says, what a name, bro. Salsa is king in Cali. Absolutely it is. I think that's the birthplace of it. If you really want to learn salsa, you go to Cali. The place to learn salsa. I love living in Bogota. Okay. Blaine says, I doubt that it's going to be strictly enforced. In fact, on my way back from Colombia to the US, I didn't even have my check MIG form filled out, and the customs agent let me pass. There you go. Hearing it from you guys. Anybody who has personal experiences, please pass it on. Please pass it on the comment section too. And do me a favor. It looks like there's 69 people in the room right now. Do me a favor. Can you go and click the like button? You can close the chat, click the like button, and then come back to the chat. Okay, you just click join chat again. Okay, I love Medellin. Never been to Bogota or Cartagena. Me either. Blaine. B Bear says, when you go to Medellin, do you want to leave? You want to stay there? Yeah, you don't want to leave. You want to stay. Absolutely, man. Watch my videos when I was there and I had to leave. I was counting down every day. 5 more days to go. 4 more days to go. 3 more days. I should take those videos, put them together. 2 more days to go. My last day. Yeah, I remember that. Let's see. Those dudes come pretty ready. Where is this? More convenient to be vaccinated. How fast will the test to the airport? How fast do they get results to the airport? I mean, it should be we were researching GUA in Guatemala, and somebody said they were in and out in 45 minutes at the airport. MDE is not that big of an airport. It's not. Okay. Bogota is big. Let's see those dudes come pretty ready. Don't waste your money on bad probability of the winning because most likely in losing. Best brunch, Sweet Georgia Cafe, says B Bear. Best brunch. Howard, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. 500 DOP. I was getting ready to say, good thing he wrote it down. I need to find out what DOP is. I'm in the Dominican Republic now, and I had the show card to enter supermarket. Okay, the physical card? That's interesting. So you showed your US card. That's the thing. I think Colombia also is getting to the point where they're 60-something% covered, at least one vaccine, but they're spacing their vaccines out like 2 and 3 months because they don't have them. They don't have enough. Ours is 28 days. But they don't have enough. B Bear says, I want to retire in Medellin. I don't blame you, man. It's the spot. Look at Numbeo. Anybody who's ever used a research tool, it's a website called Numbeo, Numbeo, and it's a way to look at crime rates or what other people have wrote too, as far as where they rate the level of crime, the dollar, the strength of the dollar, the friendliness of the people, the health care, the medication. They go over all this, and then you can compare city against city. So, of course, first thing I did when I got back from Antigua was do Antigua against Medellin. I have a video, too, if you want to see which one I chose between Medellin and Antigua, who won. But I hear you, B-Bear. That is the destination to live. Champion Bloodline says, I go to Sweet Georgia Cafe every time I go to Colombia, and I meet the owner. He's a cool guy. Yeah, Rob is cool. And I spent a lot of time over there, man. Last time I was there, I think either something was going on in Poblado, so I went over to the Laureles location, and we were all in the back. And this was during the lockdown. And we were sitting back there and just chilling with everybody. And Rob looked over and said, have you been here? I'm like, man, this was my spot. My spot is Laureles. I barely know, at that time, I barely knew the Poblado location didn't even exist when I was there 2 years ago. So when I lived there 2 years ago. So yeah, that was my spot. Let's see. We celebrated Columbus Day in Colombia a week after U.S. holiday. Howard Cooper says, Champion Bolon, I didn't did it an hour before I went there. I would have left it at the hotel. Shake my head. Okay, Brian says, what about Canadians? Going to Colombia, I think it'd be the same. I mean, it's the same coming here. At least we are open. And now I can get back to British Columbia. I'm ready to go to Canada now and back to Mexico because Mexico is just too close. I'm in Texas. EE says, oh, snap. Dang, that's crazy, says Champion Bloodline. Blaine says, I'm missing Medellin like crazy. LOL. Medellin is nothing like the States. Believe it. There's a reason why. And Rob told you at the beginning of that video, this is our spot. So you have a spot. You have a spot that you can escape. And if you want Social Security at $1,200 a month, you can live on $1,200 there. You can't here in the U.S. Well, you can, but you won't be living like you are there. And you wouldn't be doing good in the U.S. on $1,200, period. Okay. Trump. Oh, Lord. Okay. And I'm skipping that. I'm not going to get political. Me gusta mucho, no puedo mentir. Okay. He says he likes it a lot. He cannot lie. Mentira. Guys, 3 things before you go to Central and South America. Learn Spanish. Learn Spanish. Learn Spanish. I'm still working on a way to assist you guys with that. Every once in a while, I may put out a video, but I need to do it a little bit more professional. You need a professional to teach you, not just me. Yo hablo poquito, okay, bastante, pero no todo. But I can be understood, and that's my goal. You need to learn. How I learned too, the first thing I learned, I forgot how old I was, maybe, I don't know, late 20s. And I was working, I remember going into a chicken place in DC in Adams Morgan, if you know it, and it was Spanish. And I'd have to go in and go, can I get like a quarter chicken, wings and breasts? And they go, ¿qué? ¿Cómo? Oh, no entiendo. Lo siento. And I go, breast and wings. And they would just break out laughing. So I went back to my bar and I was like, look, man, y'all got to help me out. Next thing you know, I go back. Yo necesito un cotro de pollo, pachuca, por favor. I knew how to say it. Y salsa, and I knew how to talk. But opposites helped me a lot too. Up, down, left, right, may save your life. Which way you running? To the left. Okay, that's kind of important. ATM, cajero automático. You need to learn these things. There's some things that, go straight, adelante. Certain things you have to learn. You have to learn what tipping is. What's propina? I was in my first few weeks and I kept looking at the check on what's propina. I didn't order no propina. The heck's propina? I had to learn. Propina was a tip. It was already included. So learn Spanish. Let's see. Okay, fake news, fake comments. Who the heck is this? Okay. Let's see. Cannot enforce it. Over 50% of the country, if not all Latin America, does not even have a checking account, cash or country. Yeah, times are rough for a lot of people. Here too, the struggle is real. I'm going to Bogota Thursday. You have any tips? Can anybody offer any tips on Bogota? Please put it at Roger. Polmantar Cruz, folks. Not sure I understand that. EE. Can somebody tell me what song that was? I loved it. Which song? Timmy's certain. After 3 months, it's easy to get a tourist extension. Yeah, you can roll from 90 to 180 quick. After that, you got to leave and come back. But just work it again. 3 months to the end of the year. Leave. Come back in January. January, February, March. Get an extension. April, May, June. Let's see. Stephen Hanawi. Do you recommend an Airbnb if I live in Medellin for 8 months? My rules: no women, no alcohol. Not sure I understand your rules. Your rules: no women, no alcohol. So you saying you're gone and don't want to be around women or alcohol? I'm not sure I understand that, but I would say Airbnb, absolutely. I stayed in Airbnb. I mean, last time I was there, I did hotel. But yeah, most of the time, if I'm going to be there for any period of time over a week, I'm not staying in a hotel for a week. Airbnb. And I have a couple of spots. Big Mike, you know where that is. I still have a couple of spots that I just enjoy that area. But then I like, short times in a hotel. If I'm going to be in Poblado, I'm going to stay at a hotel. Plus, I had a couple of, if you watched my video earlier this year, I had a two level one, like 2 blocks from, I purposely got it 2 blocks from the Sweet Georgia Cafe. Let's see. Make sure you stay in Zona Rosa area. I'm a few streets up at 93rd Street. Best and safest part of the city, Zona Rosa, is where you have the Andino shopping mall. Okay. Not familiar with that. Flowberry Fuego. What is the best app for my vaccine card in Colombia? Does anybody know any way? I don't know if you are in Colombia and you have a Colombian vaccination card. I don't know. But if you are US, does anybody know if you can take your US card and turn it into an electronic one for Colombia? I cannot find anything anywhere. Edward says, thanks for your answers. Also, I'm really puzzled. How can they enforce vaccine cards when the percentage of the population vaccinated is not high enough yet? One, I think they're at 60-something%, almost 72. I think they consider herd immunity at late upper 70s or something. It just don't make any sense. I can't justify what they're doing. I mean, it just don't make no sense. Steven says, yes. Okay, I think I'm caught up here. There's a hotel close in Bogota Airport. Great for a layover. Let's see. Flowberry. Okay, U.S. vaccine. I don't know. I still don't know. There's so much ambiguity in this. When I saw it, I was like, man, this is reminiscent of a year ago. I mean, it was draconian. They tightened this stuff up quick. I wrote a few notes for myself. So I also wanted to bring up, excuse me, the brothers in Ecuador. If you've been watching me for any period of time, you know who the Stevenson brothers are, who have been accused of murder in Ecuador. Excuse me. Accused of murder in Ecuador because 2 bodies were found on their property. Please, again, continue to communicate with their representatives. I also want to say thank you so much to the Morehouse men who've been showing up. Early on, the people who did not show up the most for Timothy Revell Reed. And if you're not familiar with him, go back and watch my videos on him. An American entrepreneur who bought a business and a home in Barranquilla, was murdered. A lot of suspects, still nothing on the case. Still nothing on the case. But we're still getting those who, and I have people reach out because yesterday, a couple of days ago, we all got this, everybody who had written in, got responses from Warnock's office. Thank you. We are on top of it. We are communicating with the embassy. But the embassy, I'm going to try to be nice here. The embassy is not helpful. They are less than helpful and will do, I think, whatever they can. All this is my opinion, obviously. It don't make it fact because I say it. I'm just telling you the perception and my reality from, I don't know how many FOIA. We just sent out 2 FOIA requests today again. We had so many FOIA requests and so many, before your congressman can speak to the embassy on behalf of your family, you have to get a waiver. You have to get a waiver for this person. Well, what about his aide? Well, now you got to get one for his aide, or you have to do it for the congressman. You have to do one for each congressman, each senator. You can't blanket it all up. I mean, it's been rough with both cases. But the Reed case is still moving along. The property side is moving along legally. But the criminal side for his actual murder, we've had no correspondence at all. At all. So for Warnock to say that he has reached back for the Reeds, he did. Or his aide did. But nothing gets done. And we know what happens when they call. They're told that, we see the responses. We have communicated we're in communication with the family. Let me think on. Let me be careful here, because let me just leave it right there. They're not. I personally think they're not doing all that they can, and I don't think Warnock is either. I don't think Ossoff is either in Georgia. These are the Reed's reps in Georgia. I don't think they are. But I wanted to give a shout out. If the Morehouse men are watching my videos right now, I had a brother reach out earlier, say that he got that response, or was it yesterday or today? He got that response back from Warnock, and he's got a few other Morehouse men that are doing the same thing. So, hey, props to the Morehouse men for looking out for your own. I want to say thank you guys for so much, and do me a favor, try to keep the heat on Warnock. And if you don't know, Warnock graduated from Morehouse. So he's got more reason to reach back if I have any say about it. But regarding the brothers in Ecuador, we actually did an interview last week. If you didn't see it, it's on Revolt TV. Revolt TV. And I didn't even know Revolt TV was Sean Combs, P. Diddy's channel. Puff Daddy, whatever he's called today. That's his channel. And let me tell you something. They are professional. They put some work into this. They are meticulous at everything that they do, technology-wise. And I think it was an excellent video. So if you haven't seen it, I'm going to have segments of it soon, hopefully, but trying to wait for the waiver so I can post it here. But if you have Revolt TV and it's on Comcast, all that stuff, I had to download something called Philo on a 7-day. I got 2 more days. So, so I'm getting caught up on everything I don't have because I don't have cable. I told you guys what I used a couple of videos ago. But look up that interview on Revolt TV. Learn all you can about the brothers and reach out on their behalf if you can. Reach out to their representatives. If you find those videos of mine, you just type in, if you type in DC Born Rob in Ecuador, you'll probably find the videos, and it's a bunch of them. Watch the videos, share the videos, reach out to their representatives, congressional and Senate, and send an email, make a phone call. All of that helps. All of that helps. But first, learn about the story, so you're not just calling them, and you don't know what's going on. Oh, I don't know if they're innocent or not. Hear the story, learn about it, and the details about it. How I won't even tell a story right now. Watch the interview on Revolt TV. Okay, I went over Morehouse men, the group members. Okay, hey, somebody reached out to me earlier, and I didn't have enough time to follow up, but somebody reached out about my interview with Stephen, who did the interview with me, who has a new book out right now. He's in Mustang Salvaje. He's in Medellin, Colombia right now. He also has his own rum. And I'm not sure if this gentleman either purchased the rum already or he wanted to get the rum when he got there too. So you want some good rum? Look him up. Send me an email. Again, anybody want to reach out, want to send me some tips or some information or some stories. Like I had somebody get caught at the border yesterday or day before yesterday. Got to the border to take his test and was positive. And that's just one person let me know. I know there's a bunch of you guys that this happened to. He was just blessed enough to have his girl there with him, and he can actually go back to the hotel, get some sick time off, and he'll just, try again in 5 days. You can take the test 5 days later. Let me get back to some of these comments. Okay. What's the vaccine? Roger, stick with using the Cabify, Bogota rather than taking buses. Okay, see, we helping each other out. Edward says, thanks for your answers. I'm also really puzzled how they can. Okay, I went over that one. Steven says, yes, there's a hotel close to Bogota. Let me get caught up. There is not a stop line because I didn't know what I'm reading. There's a couple of hotels for you. They are in my prayers. Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you for the support. Some of you guys are regulars like Jason, and I'm going to tell you something. Much appreciated. I couldn't do this without your help. I need all the information that I can get from you guys, the feedback from you guys, what you like, what you don't like, what you need to see more of. Let me know. EE says there is cruise from Boca Grande, Cartagena. There are islands from Panama, Caracao, Aruba, Bonaire, and Colón in sight. It was in El Centro at night, and my phone got stolen. A Spanish guy being friendly and distracted me while the other slid my phone out of my pocket, and I didn't even realize it until later that night. Yeah, they're quick. And remember my video on twos. Two girls walk up to you and they start joking and playing with you. Oh, no, hey, puppy. And they touching and yeah, don't let nobody touch you. Okay? Don't let no one touch you. Don't let them walk, hey, not on the shoulder, nothing, because this right here takes away from this. Every time somebody touches you, and you think that's nothing serious. They touch me on my shoulder. Yeah. Why are you focusing on that shoulder? They pulling your wallet out. So be careful with the pairs. Okay. Be careful with the pairs. The pickpockets are, man, they're good. And anybody, if you need to show the vaccine in an electronic way, you have to pull out your phone. That's when they see your brand new iPhone 13, 19, whatever it is now. I don't know because I'm Android. But be careful. It's for real. There's strength in numbers, so be careful of the candy people. The candy people, the little people with the tray in their hand and you buy the candy. Well, you don't realize they have a strap around their arm and they're holding the tray right here. And this is the free hand because it's around their neck. And you think, well, they must have two hands. No, it's around their neck. They're holding the tray. They reach around and your wallet is gone. They'll touch you here, touch you there. Do me a favor. Just to remind you guys, if you are in here, it's 75 people right now. Do me a favor and hit like for me. Just exit out of the chat, hit like, and then go back to chat, and you're back. You're right back here. If you even want to see or want to chat. But yeah, El Centro is no joke. I mean, especially at night. I've been down there at night. First time I went down, I didn't really know. Some people at Sweet Georgia it was like a jazz night down there. So we all went down there, 10, 15 of us. And I got down there and realized because I used Uber, I didn't need cash. I didn't have any cash on me. So I had to go to an ATM. Downtown at night, ain't no mall around. That's the ATM, by the way, you want to go to at the mall where there's police and somebody around you. Okay, Blaine says, is the U.S. feds getting involved in the murder of the American citizens living abroad? I'm not seeing it. I would just say that. It's like they're doing all they can not to do what they can to help. It's as simple as that. Some people get this assistance, some people don't. So first of all, don't break any law when you go down there. I mean, getting robbed and shot and you're a victim. But don't get caught up in any illicit activities when you're going abroad. You're just marking yourself. I mean, be careful. Don't wear gold. Okay. What are the cities the Sweet Georgia Cafe are located in? It's in Medellin. Both are in Medellin. One is in Laureles and one is in Poblado. If you saw that video I just rolled out a few minutes ago, Rob was standing in the front of his spot. And if you look straight behind him, 2 blocks up, that was Parque Poblado up at 43rd, which is Poblado Avenue. Insight. Yes, don't let no female touch you. Amen. Believe it. And if you think scopolamine is a joke or it's, scopolamine is another name for the devil's breath, which is just drug, this dust that they blow in the air and you come walking through. And next thing you know, it's like a truth serum though, because you look normal. You're out of yourself. But if someone asks you a question, you answer it truthfully. So it's like a truth serum. And you just walk these people, you and a couple of friends, you walk them into your hotel. You wave at the guard, hey, these are my friends, they're with me. And they ask you, and I see a lot of people saying, I don't get a place unless it's got a safe. Okay, I don't get an Airbnb or a hotel unless it's got a safe. But problem is their combination, and even if they're keys, you have a key. So they ask you, hey, do you have any money? Well, yes. Where's your money? And it's safe. Oh, where's your safe? It's over here. What's the combination? Oh, 36, 14, 28. I made that up, by the way. Don't come to my house trying to open up. But it's like a truth serum. So and somebody asked me earlier, how do they give it to you? It could be on their finger. They wipe on your face while they're touching you here. They go, oh, mi amor. They act like they're drunk or something. The next thing you know, got a little bit and you're out. Watch my video I did. If you type in dcbornrob scopolamine, you'll see my interview I did with Kevin. A gentleman from Ireland got in Cartagena. And it's an issue of twos. He said he was talking to a girl. He was there with the clock tower. He was chilling. His friend walked away. He was drinking. And a girl he was with started talking to him. And the girl asked him, "You mind if my friend come over and talk to us?" That's all he remembered right there. When she came over, it was over. And if watch my other interview that I did with Rob from Sweet Georgia Cafe, and he states this, that you are pretty much done at the point of selection. When you chose that girl to talk to, it's a wrap. You can't use your smarts. You can't, it's out of your hands. I need you guys to understand this. It is serious, and you could die. And people have died. If you look back, August, was it August? When the Americans died, I did videos on America. Another American died, And how they died? Well, one was a heart attack, and two was something else. You have to watch the follow-up stories. They're tricky about how they label it. Is he may have ingested something, or we're not sure, or the autopsy report is not in. But you have to keep doing due diligence and research and find out that more than likely for 3 Americans to be killed within and one not even accounted for, 3 Americans that were killed within that died, should I say, within 2 weeks of each other. My guess is either there was a new crew of people who do the drugging, there was a new ingredient or drug added to fentanyl, who knows what they put in this stuff, and the people's heart or whatever just couldn't take it. And I don't know if, you know what, I'm gonna try and see next time I go down, I'm gonna see if there's Narcan at the pharmacy. There should be, because they're selling it here at the CVS. And anytime they're selling Narcan over the counter, just to give to parents whose kids doing drugs or something, you may be, Narcan is when you lay it out and you OD and you about 30 seconds from death, they can come and pop some Narcan up your nose. It counteracts the drug, and you just, hey, what's going on? Why are you pushing on my heart? Why are you? It's like after you've been knocked out and you wake up. What? I'm ready to go. No, dude, no. So be careful with this one, man. Be careful with this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm here now. The belt with the cash pocket is great. Your cash safe. Your cash will be safe. Oh, yeah, that pocket. Now, another thing, they touch you when the girls start coming to you, and they're like, "Oh, mi amor," and they start touching you around here. They're feeling for your money pouch. So recognize that they are feeling for your money. They feeling for what your money is. Oh, and if you saw that video on Pairs, I showed a video of them 2 girls touching, and she got his wallet out of his pocket, tried to pass, because what they do is they pass it on to somebody else. And that person rolls out. What you gonna say? She stole my wallet. Well, where's the wallet? She passed it on to somebody else and it's gone. So be careful of Pairs. Be careful of Pairs. Aaron, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Great content, Rob. The Mighty Networks app is a great resource. Just left Medellin, coming back in a couple of weeks. Bet. Much appreciation, Aaron. Thank you again for everybody who donated to my channel also. Chris G and Freddie T. I want to make sure I put all the thanks out there I can. Let's see. Steven says, what is the name of an Airbnb that you recommend? Join our group. Our moderator, Luis, has gone and taken time to give you a bunch of Airbnbs for all the major cities. For Bogota, I think Cartagena, Medellin, of course. He's got a list there. But I also have, I don't know how many, man, over the time I've done, I have over 500 videos now. So I did a bunch of videos on Airbnbs. And how to use Airbnb too. So if you type in dcbornrob Airbnb, you'll see all those videos, and it'll give you an idea as far as the layout of land. Where is Laureles in relation to Poblado? Where is the San Antonio station? That's where they meet at. That is El Centro. You'll learn a bit more from watching those videos, I think. And a screen capture so you can see me actually looking on the map and zooming around. And you'll see some of the Airbnbs and how to price it and how to get a discount too. So watch those videos. But I can't tell you offhand which one to go. I can tell you where I would stay. But I'm going to guess that a lot of hotels and a lot of Airbnbs are not full right now. They're just not. People just, I've gotten so many comments from you guys recently over the past 3 or 4 days since I put up that story. I'm not going. I'm not going right now. I was going later this month. I was going in December. I pushed that back till they work this out or let me know that, because who wants to go to another country and you cannot get into the bar? And they're not telling us anything. They're not telling us anything as far as, if you are American or if you are a tourist, you don't have to adhere to this policy. But ultimately, how are they going to check anyway? I mean, realistically, how are they going to check? They couldn't do it before with cops. So we're wearing masks. How are they going to do it with, if you're going to have a law or rule, find a way to enforce it. Steven says Alpha GPS can undo the effect of scopolamine. Never heard of that. Alpha GPS. Now I got to look up Alpha GPS. Does it counteract it and tell you how to get home? No, just kidding. El Centro is very busy tonight. It says Top Cat. Enjoy yourself, my brother. Zomox. Wow. Seen the title, vaccine and mandates. That's horrible. Wanted to retire in Colombia. Guess it is Mexico then. Mexico is nice. Mexico's got its issues. There's more tourists are getting killed. More American tourists are getting killed in Mexico. So don't think it's safer. But obviously they're a little bit more lax. And we were just there, a month or so ago. And I'm telling you, it's like they wanted to make sure I wasn't positive. I sat down for the test and they were like, okay, now watch me. I'm like, did he even go on my nose? Because I've had 15, 16 tests. That's right. I've had 15, 16 tests. I've had antibody tests. I've had antigen tests. I've had PCR tests. I've done the saliva. That's crazy, man. You spit. You think you got a lot of spit until it comes to filling up that little cup. But I've done it 15 times, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see how they're going to do this. I don't see how they're going to roll this out. Yep. And this just jumped a whole bunch. Okay. Several new topics do also too. Not sure I understand that. Okay, but don't let that turn you off from going down there. Mexico is just as dangerous. Believe it. Mexico is just as dangerous. But there's some cities in Mexico really, really nice. Okay, Blaine says Sinaloa is no joke down there. You have to be real careful in Mexico. Yeah, know where you're going. Do due diligence. Do your research. Don't just ride down there. But if you do go to a place like from Mexico City we took a bus from Mexico City to San Miguel de Allende. Man, that is the baddest bus I've ever been on. 3 seats across. 3 seats across. So 2 on one side and then 1 on the other side. Like the smaller airplanes. 2 seats, but the seats are like better than any first class seat you're going to see on an airplane or a train. These were nice. Had a huge 15-inch probably TV screen in the back, but it was all in Spanish. That didn't do me no good. And with no subtitles. So, and nothing I wanted to watch either. So it wasn't like the airplane. But still, the fact that you can relax and lay back, close the window, we were on there for 3.5, 4.5 hours. And it was like, man, I could travel like this. I mean, think about it. You get on a plane, you got to be there early. Even if your flight's only an hour, you're involved. You're invested 5 hours at least. So to be able to get on a bus and roll out, and it was like 6, 8 people on the whole bus. It had a male and a female bathroom in the back. And I recorded it too. I don't know if I put those videos out. But I got to put those up. Okay, I see your clap and I clap back. Alpha GPC. Oh, GPC. Okay. I got to look that one up. Okay. I need to do more research on scopolamine. Yes. I got a lot of videos on it. So type in dcbornrob scopolamine or drugs or whatever. But yeah, do your research on that because unfortunately, when you do get drugged, it happens from probably somebody, it's not at the mall. Let's just put it that way. It's not from the lady at the mall, who's helping you find the right shirt you want or buy some cologne. It's not from her. It's coming from, like, if you saw that video on It Takes Pairs, watch out for pairs. That's how it happens. When you out talking to some girls on the corner or at the clock tower or up at Yetis, And even Yanis has changed now too, because they're trying to change the way that people look at it, especially after that fool walked that girl in a dog collar. I don't even want to think it is. Some people stupid. And I don't mind saying they're stupid too. Ruby says, "Hi Rob, I just got back from Mexico. LOL at the COVID, laughing at the COVID test comment. Which one? The fact, oh yeah, if it's about the test, it's like, okay. I said, are they really in my nose? Did he go on my nose? But I was like, whatever, I'm getting back. And besides, the vaccine works. Okay. I took the vaccine early this year. March 1st or 31st was my last time. I mean, the second shot. But I did a trade show in August, a trade show. I'm back out working, back out on the road, back out traveling for business. And I did a trade show. There's thousands of people there. No mask. They put it purposely in Tennessee because they don't require masks. They don't require tests. They don't care. I mean, you had to fight. They serve you food. So we eat food. We sit down at the table. I'm like, where's the sanitizing stations? What is it, like 5 in this huge hall? You know, it's like a convention center. And we were at the Gaylord, though, if you're familiar with the Gaylord. But we were at the convention center at the Gaylord. I can't wipe my hands. I can't clean my hands. And I don't want to carry my stuff in my pocket all the time because I wasn't working the show. I was walking the show. But anyway, and I'm going to tell you something. I shook hands. I was in people's face. And my former boss was there like, Rob, glad this virus is over with. And I was like, it is? It's over? Okay. Well, the vaccine works because I'm telling you, I was shaking hands. And when I was there, sometimes I carry my pocket about, the Germex. I shake hands and I go turn around. So they don't think I'm just trying to wipe them off of me, but yeah, well, we were in San Miguel de Allende when they did that at the church. I'm not sure where you are, Ruby, but is El Centro really dangerous? If there's people that do these wrong turn videos, where you're walking along and all of a sudden things just get rough real quick. It does happen like that. The blocks downtown in El Centro, it's a commercial district. So this street may be on faucets. That's all we got. Faucets. Next store next to us, faucets and more. The next one, fancy faucets, Johnny's faucets, all different type of faucets. But if you go to the next block up or 2 blocks up, it's toilet seats, Timmy's toilets, best toilets in town. So that's how it's, categorized. But I was down there trying to get some business cards made, trying to get some, where my cards are? Trying to get my dcbornrob cards made. But I'm down there and they say, I found out I needed to go to the Barrio de Lithographical, okay, which lithographical printing. And so trying to find that, yeah, I made the wrong turn, but I wasn't walking out there with no camera. And I will tell you this, the next time I go back, I will record, but I will have somebody with me. I do not feel safe walking around with a camera, and I would not advise you to also. I know there's YouTubers and they're not dead yet. I mean, they're not dead. So, a lot of people see that and go, man, he's just a friendly guy. He's walking around. Hey, guys, I'm on YouTube. And he's safe, and that's great. And I pray that he continues to stay safe. But I'm sure some people watch just to see if, what type of danger he's going to walk into next. Kind of like Miko's videos. You never know. Now Miko's in Atlanta. I watch some of his videos, man. I'm like, man, you got to give him props. I'm going to tell you something, man. I wouldn't walk up in neighborhoods that he go up in. I'm 59. I ain't got no reason to be over there. I ain't trying to he's got a lot of subscribers, but a lot of people watch those videos because they're waiting for something to pop off. I just can't walk into that. And so just because you can do that in Medellin or wherever, it doesn't mean it's good for you and doesn't mean it's safe. I mean, somebody's getting got. Okay. They're just not publicizing it. Just odds. I'm a numbers guy. So odds are this is happening just because you read about somebody getting killed from scopolamine. You don't see it. So you don't see it. You don't believe it. But read the stories, read the news, watch my videos, like the videos, subscribe, click the bell to be alerted of any new videos. I need you guys to join in. I'm hoping to get to 10,000 in the next couple of months. Can I get some help? Can you share my videos if you like them? Let's see what else I got here. Okay. Where did I think I slept? Okay. Is El Centro really dangerous? Did I answer that question? Yes. Well, yes, at night. Yes, at night in certain areas. How about that? Is that specific enough? Because somebody's going to say, it ain't dangerous. I go down there all the time. But I'm going to tell you, when it comes to pulling out a camera, I'm not going to walk around with my cell phone or, okay, guys, I'm here. I'm here in the dangerous part and walk around and filming other people too. That's where you're going to have a problem at, because legally you can't do it anyway. And you see people getting mad in some of the videos, but it does get clicks. What am I say after that? Ruby says, hi, Rob. Yeah, just okay. Blaine says, I'm glad the mayor of Medellin banned that Dutch guy. Did he actually officially ban him? I know he wanted to, but I didn't hear any finality to it. Was it official? I know he went to the mayor, went to whatever agency, a legal agency to get rid of him. But I don't know. I didn't hear if he had actually gotten kicked out. Do me a favor. If you're in the room, we have 71 people right now, and people are always dropping off and coming in, dropping off and coming in. But while you're here, can you do me a favor and just exit out of the chat and hit like, and then you can go back to the chat if you will. It does help the YouTube algorithm. I'm still learning this game. I'm doing the best I can, and I try to be as professional as possible. Hopefully, you guys appreciate it, and you get something out of it. My whole goal and job is to motivate you to travel, number one, but to motivate you and travel safely, number two. Oh, and number three, motivate you to travel safely and return home safely. Okay, so I want you to get there, enjoy yourself, and come back, or go any other country. D Diaz says fentanyl is huge in Colombia. Watch out for the ecstasy there, because most of it is fentanyl based. Are there really people going there taking ecstasy? That maybe that shows my age, but are there really people going to Colombia, to another country, and you know their history, and you would take ecstasy? You would take any pill. I mean, it didn't come from a pharmacist, because I have purchased I got my prescription while I was there. Instead of coming back for that, I just, find out what it is there. You just need to find out what the name is. Make sure you get the right one. Learn Spanish. And one more thing, learn Spanish. But fentanyl is in it. I mean, fentanyl is probably everywhere, and who knows? And it's in that ayahuasca stuff, which is a whole nother story. We're working in Ecuador. Where the people drink this stuff and start tripping and hallucinating, but you don't know what's happening while you tripping and hallucinating. Be careful. Be careful. But who is taking ecstasy? Is there anybody here who can say, yeah, man, I've gone down, I've taken ecstasy in Colombia. I go down there to get my good stuff. I don't see it. I'm sure somebody's doing it. I'm a numbers guy. Odds are somebody's going to do it, but I don't get it. Conway says, okay, but the vaccine does not stop the spread, only lessens the symptoms if you get into it. So I can't discuss. I can only tell you I took it, why I took it. You don't want to take it. I'm not going to pass judgment on anybody for taking it or not. I just know the vaccine works, and I know I took it, and now I don't have to worry about suffering and dying. And I can walk in a restaurant and feel good and feel comfortable, because last year was rough. It was rough for me. I have diabetes, and I'm more likely to get it and suffer and die. Now, I don't mind dying. I could die tomorrow, like I said. I had a good life. Just let me start all over again. But I don't want to suffer and die. Okay? I want to die like they gave me that test up the nose, the virtual. Another quick question. Is there any anger or protest at the announcement of the vaccine cards, or do the Colombians seem to accept it? Somebody further up, Edward, said that they are protesting. The people there that aren't vaccinated are pushing back on it. What that consists of, I don't know. I didn't see any stories today over the past couple of days, but there's always protests going on. If it was there when I was there, hence the reason I recorded it. Okay. For those who ask me, why are you in the middle of a protest? Why are you getting their personal stuff? Because I was just reporting it to show you. I was in my room. I heard the bangs. I could hear the people. So I went down. And then that happened. So if you haven't seen that video, go, you type in DC Born Rob protest and you'll see that video too. But okay, yeah. So that Edward, I don't know about that one. Okay, Top Cat says Clock Tower is demanding you wear a mask before you can enter. This happened to me tonight. Where's Clark Tower? Clark Tower. I'm not familiar with that. Are you in the States or there? Okay, Lee says, I shake hands and hug girls and have never worn a mask. And I haven't even caught a cold or anything. And I live in Houston. I live in Houston too. And I shake hands and I do all that stuff, but I'm vaccinated. So I'm healthy too. So I haven't had a cold either. I mean, so everybody has different risk tolerances. And we just believe different on that one. Steven says, many people who work remotely still take their expensive MacBooks to coffee shops in Medellin. True that. Now, and I did recommend in a video, a month ago, a few travel tips, and one of which is to take a Chromebook. Chromebook you can get for $200. Get stolen, buy another Chromebook for $200. Don't leave anything important on it. They work fast because they don't have a hard drive in them. So, well, they're solid state. They have a hard drive. It's just not the old hard drives you moving. It's like my new laptop and my Chromebook. $200 and you're straight. And if anything happens and Wi-Fi, all that stuff hooks up normal. Get your VPN too before you head down. Make sure you have VPN. And US TV Go to watch TV there, online streaming. You don't need an app or anything. You just go to www.ustvgo.tv. ustvgo.tv. Okay. Insight says El Centro is not dangerous, but be aware, especially when there is a crowd around you. Okay. Sean says, yeah, I party. Okay. Well, I don't know what kind of party that is. You ain't put too much out there. But Vasilevsky says, is it safe to get bottle service without getting drugged in a club for et cetera, Gusto and other clubs? So, Gusto said, yeah, that's a question I hadn't thought of before. I mean, it's all what your fault tolerance is, really. Does it happen? I don't know. I haven't heard any stories about it, but you're right. It's an open bottle. Maybe you can ask them to open your bottle at the table. Do they do that? I've only bought a couple of bottles in my life just so I could get seating because I don't like to stand at the club. Especially I'm going home and watch some go-go. I ain't trying to stand. I'm going to get up and dance, but I won't have a spot to come sit back down. That's a good question, man. I don't know. Would anybody here watching right now get bottle service? Now, some of you are going to say, I've been going there all my life, 20 years, nothing ever happened to me. Well, a lot of people drive up and down this street for 20 years, nothing ever happened to them. And then the next day they get hit by a truck. So to say that it's never happened in the past does not mean it's not going to happen in the future. I create my own reality, but sometimes life hits you from left field. So be prepared. So that's a good question. Vasilevsky, I don't know. That I don't know. Big Mike says, I wonder, was the white powder the guys were snorting on Las 70, 10 yards away from two police officers? I wonder what was the white powder the guys were snorting. Well, I got a good guess. Where'd you hear about that from? By the way, Top Cat says, El Centro, Uganda. Have you been to Rawdal Street, Rob? Never heard of that. Where is that? Rawdal. Never heard of that. AB, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. My favorite restaurants? Now, JB, you're not the one in Houston. In Medellin, Sweet Georgia Cafe. Come on. Best fancy meal? Not too fancy, but Bastardos, which is up in the Provenza area. And my favorite burger there, we're talking Medellin, over in Laureles, around one of the circles, 1968 burgers and fries. Oh, baby. Go look at my old video on that, man. The bun, it was actually seasoned, which is weird because most Colombian food is not seasoned. I know if there's somebody here that's Colombian, they'll get mad at me for talking about the food, but I didn't have a good time with the food, but I had Sweet Georgia Cafe at a good price. So, I knew I was straight. But anybody have any other better, any favorite restaurants that you can throw out for JB? No bottle service for me. I don't blame you. I don't know if it's because I'm older or what, but before I leave the house, I done had a couple of drinks already. If you watch my videos from when I lived there, first of all, don't go look at. Well, no, you can look at them if you want, but you get sick because I was sitting on the patio drinking. Yeah, I need to go up to the dance class tonight. I'm going up to dance free because they got free band, all this, and I go up there. And by the time I got there, I was like, man, I'm late. Band playing. I missed the class. I missed the free class. So, but I'm gonna tell you something. It was a whole lot safer then. It was a whole lot safer 5 years ago when I went there too. So it's relative. Oh Lord, I see this comment. No bottle service menu. Where should I go to get some weed? Some weed need Laureles? LOL. Yeah, I can't help you with that, man. Where should I go to get some weed near Laureles? Okay, somebody else can side chat him because I got nothing to do with that. I am in the public eye. I am not about to touch that. Okay. Big Mike says, I saw it this weekend. You saw somebody sniffing something on the corner near cops. Well, I can only guess what it is. BT, bonded team. My man, did you get my text? I found an old comment from months ago and replied to you asking you some stuff because I told you we headed back to Guatemala next week. And we are going to Tikal this time. Global Go-Getter, 1968 burgers and fries. I was born that year. Got to check it out. Yep, 1968 burgers and fries. Okay, so 68, 6. What are you, 53? Give or take a year. Bonded team, Senor Poo or Senora Poo. That's the restaurant. That's in Guatemala City. Oh, that food was good. Okay, JB Farrell, Carmen La Provincia, and Chef Burger. There you go. So Global Go-Getter is rolling on the floor. Any advice on renting an apartment in Laureles? I mean, a good site to watch from somebody who's living there right now, who I watched before I moved there, and that's Carlton's Travel Adventures. If you haven't, check out Carlton's Travel Adventures. I actually took him up to 1968 burgers and fries so he could taste that burger, and he ended up ordering something weird. Anyway, Carlton's a great guy, but he's got information like that for you, because he's purchased he's rented a few apartments there, and he blogged about it, so you get to see all the details. Make sure you ask. Make sure basic stuff. Make sure you find out there is Wi-Fi in the building. Certain things like that. Make sure nobody's got a key to your place, things like that. But you can get an apartment pretty inexpensive. $350, $450, $550. Obviously, they get nicer as you go along, and then the area matters also. And there's certain areas that are just prime. But that area in Laureles, leaving Sweet Georgia Cafe, walking up that street, crossing over 33 and continuing up to the circle, I love that area. That's my favorite part of the city right there. Just walking around on the weekends. And you go, and I remember when my girl came to visit, she was there a few days and she was like, where are all the kids? Where are the kids? On the weekend, it's Saturday morning, just noon on Saturday. And I walked her up that street and there's no kids outside. And so the rest of the time I'm there, I'm like, where are the kids? I know these people having babies. Well, supposedly, because I went back to the spot and I asked them, you know what? There's a lot of kids here. Where are the kids at? And I was told that the parents keep them home so that they're not out pestering people. They want to be good kids, so they keep them in the house so they don't go outside and act up. I don't know how true any of that is, but I found that weird. Do me a favor. Can I get some likes? I'm going to show you this beginning too that I showed you from Rob. But make sure, again, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be alerted of any new videos, and like. It helps the YouTube algorithm. If you take a second and go down and hit like right now, this is for you. Cool Man said, you all right. That's right. So I appreciate it. Every like helps. It helps because every like changes the YouTube algorithm. If some people don't hit like, they watch the video and then don't hit like, then they read something into it. Wait a minute, he watched it, but he didn't like it. So we won't promote it a little bit more. Oh, but a bunch of people said, you know, over 50% said they like this, then it went up. So I do appreciate the likes. And if anybody is giving me any, shoot, what was I going to say? Well, I forgot. So I guess it wasn't that important right now. But remember.
Peace and love, eh? Orale.
Okay, let me get back to my comments right quick. So let roll on the floor. Anybody's renting an apartment. These dudes are so dang immature. Okay, I don't even get that. Global Go Getter. Bonded team, are you going to stay in Petén only or going to fly to Guatemala City? We're flying into Guatemala City. We're staying at Ciudad Cayala because when we first went there, it's a whole city in the middle of Guatemala City that is white. It's like the only other place I've seen like that is when we just came back from Greece, from Santorini, all white. But yeah. And then we're going to that first day. Actually, my boss is going the first couple of days with us, he and his wife, because I told him, and he saw my old videos, and it's like he needs a break anyway. He deserves a break. And I told him, man, if you love your wife, if you love your girlfriend, I'm talking to you guys, take them to Antigua, Guatemala. Don't take them to Medellin, Colombia. Take them to Antigua, Guatemala. Now, if you're single, yeah, Medellin going to beat for the women, period. Yeah, and then we're going to, so the second day we're going to the lake just for one day so they can go to a resort. We're just going to stay in Panajachel, and then we're going back to Antigua for 2 days, and then we're going to Tikal for 2 or 3, and then we come back to Guatemala City and get that meat meal. Big Mike says, I ate at 1968 burgers last week, man. Now tell me, was it good? Was I lying? Am I lying? I'm sure there's good burger places there. But the seasoning, because it's hard to find seasoning. I did a video on food. Don't go watch that because nobody Colombian go watch it because they get mad at me because I tell people, if you're going, bring your own Tony Chachere's, bring your own Old Bay, bring your own seasonal accent. You need to bring your own spice, your own salt, because they don't season their food that much. I mean, which is good. It's healthier because it doesn't have a lot of seasoning and salt, but it's fried. So, I mean, so go to Sweet Georgia Cafe, okay? Go to Sweet Georgia Cafe. You ain't got to worry about it. You said, yes, my brother, I'm 53. Rob, you were in Guatemala a few times, right? Yeah, I was there 3-4 times. The time we went, we knew we were coming back. Watch my first few videos there. The first one where I go, best trip ever. Best trip ever. I absolutely love that place, man. Love Guatemala City. But Antigua is just a gem. And Lake Atitlan, the lake, it's a lake that was a former crater of a super volcano that blew. You know, they have just the volcanoes in the background, man. Where else do you get that? I mean, San Salvador did. We also went to the crater, I guess, in Costa Rica, but Antigua, no. When you see that, just walking in the street, boom, whoa, we all close. And you can see 2 more off to the side, Fuego and La Otra, but it's active. Fuego is active. It actually bursts. You see it. And then the one that we walked, KB, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat, the $15 super chat. You the man. Much appreciated, man. Thank you guys for all the support, man. All the positive comments. That's what keeps me going. Sometimes you feel like, man, I ain't trying to, you know, and then you're sitting here working and you say, oh, shoot, there's a robbery. What? Then you see the video and you go, oh, shoot. So now I know I got to wait till 5 o'clock to start, unless it's earlier. I know I get lunch. And then at 5 o'clock, I roll it out. So that's why that video was late that day, too. But KB, thanks so much, man. Much appreciated. Lee Bradford says, do you have Cash App? I don't. I have PayPal, but not Cash App. I know I need to have it. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Being 59, I'm older. I'm behind the times. I can't tweet. I can't. That's why. So if you look for me, you find me on Twitter, or I have an account. But if you leave a comment there, don't think I just don't reply to people. I just don't go on there. I know I need to, but I'm doing so much right now. I just don't have the time. Bobby Johnson says, "Hey, Rob, Bobby in the house. Welcome, Bobby. Much appreciated, man. All you guys and gals. Thank you so much." KB, man, much appreciated, man. I'm glad you guys appreciate the work, because it is work. It is work. Editing is work. I like it. It can be frustrating when you can't get that idea out of your head onto how you want to do it. The video I did on the dating, if you didn't see that, it was kind of funny, but I did that to, put past that message about twos and getting drugged and scopolamine I went over the top, but to get that out of my head there, that little short video took some time. So if I didn't do a video in 3 or 4 days, it may have taken that long. I don't rush anymore. I just say, because if I rush, I put out something that I'm not confident in, and don't, if I'm not confident about it, why should I put it out? So I hold off on it. So I appreciate the positive comments that I get. That means a lot. Okay, Blaine says the best food I like is Indian food. Indian food is good. I have a good one here too. We found some good. I love that naan, that garlic naan, and butter chicken. We found a place in Las Vegas a few months ago, in the Palazzo. Oh, butter chicken. I'd never had butter chicken before then. So when I came back, we found an Indian restaurant, and I was butter chicken for a couple of weeks till I got sick of butter chicken. Okay, Bonnie Team says, Kayala is going to be awesome. Take your girlfriend to the spinning restaurant in zone 15. Nice views. Remind me, if you see the comment I sent, or email me, Bonnie Team, to dcbornrob@gmail.com. Let me pop up one of these. And for those who aren't in the group, make sure. So now let's scroll. Yeah, join our group. I hope we have. Hang on. Let me see. I don't know how many people are here and left already. Hopefully you can still see me, but I am pulling up my app to see how many members. I'm still at 497. Nobody joined today. I need you guys. I need to make 500. So I will appreciate your support. Kayala is the bomb. Where do you, Leon Liu says, where do you recommend to meet girls? That's a question for somebody else too, because I didn't go there for that. I went there to get away, to learn me, and I still had a girlfriend at that time when I first went. And if you watch the video, it was the second day I didn't have a girlfriend. But let me tell you something. The first time I went for business 5 years ago. 3 years ago when I moved, 2 years ago when I moved there, 2.5 years ago, when I moved there, and I would go sit up. What's that restaurant? So Parquilleras. For those who do know Parquilleras, there's that liquor store across the Liscoras, whatever, that liquor store. When I first went there for business, my guys took me in, and we went in there and we ordered something, and they had like the caps, and they were little teeny 1 ounce plastic cups, and I got hip to aguardiente, which is their drink, and we drinking this. I said, no, he poured it. I was like, we still in the liquor store. You gonna pour it right here? He said, yeah, it's okay. I said, wait a minute, we gonna drink in the liquor store? But if you know that liquor store, if you look right across the street towards the park, that main corner where there's cops and the ladies at, that corner restaurant right there is now, it's got a red and white awning right now, but it was called something else. And that was my spot because I could see everything from there. So I would go in there and give me double absolute. They bring you popcorn and you sit up. I was there for, I don't know how long before I knew that those girls were prostitutes. Okay. Before I knew that, I'm sure they all weren't, because they were like dressed nice. They were good looking, just like, it didn't dawn on me like, why they stand there hanging out? If they're talking to each other, it makes sense, but why they? And then, I don't know, weeks later, and they will walk up to you every once in a while and go, I don't know what they say, companionship. I don't know what they're saying. But I didn't know that they were prostitutes. And so it had to be brought to my attention from my girlfriend that prostitution was legal in Colombia. I did not know that. True fact. Okay, let's see. Bonnet team says you got to see fireworks in Antigua for Christmas. Yeah, we got to get back. It's out of this world. You would think that you were in Afghanistan or Washington, D.C. Come on. Or Washington, D.C., man. Yeah, I got to get back. I got to get back to D.C. too. I got to get me some Lido's pizza. One day we will make it back around that time. I wrote to you already and gave an itinerary already. I haven't seen it. Sometimes, just so you guys know, when you comment and I reply to your comment, if you reply again, I don't see it. I don't see it because I don't have enough time to go back and look at all the other ones because other people comment and comment. I may comment, somebody replies, and then 20 people will comment, and I can't look through each one. So don't think I'm just not replying. Just start a new comment if you want me to comment on it. Or send me, especially if you have something important, you have a story that you want to get out. I want to get that across right now. If you have a story or any tips or anything that you want to get out regarding Medellin or travel in general, send it to me at dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, just like it says at the bottom, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. Jeff says, emailing you now. I'm new to the channel. Bet. Appreciate it, Jeff. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Anybody else here new? We got some old school people. Bonnet team, I'll email you though. Much appreciation, Bonnet team. You got to try Quetzalteca and Huate. All the flavors. Yeah, I gotta look it up. I started counting up my money last night or a few days ago. I had 1,200, 1,100 quetzales. I was like, oh, sorry, I'm rolling. I got 1,100. I knew I kept some money. I got Mexican money. I have Colombian COP. I got money from Dubai. I got Philippines peso. I got it all. I keep it. So when I go back and I get out the airport, I have some cash. And it's money I can't spend. And then I did the math, and it was like, okay, I got $135. Yeah, okay, there's something. So I'm good. And their dollar is called the quetzal. That's what made me think of that. So I'm gonna wind it down a little bit. Let me run over a few other things. Let me run over where I started at, and that was the vaccination card requirement for Colombia. If you did not know, there is going to be a law provision that you have to show to go into restaurant, bars, nightclubs, and things like that. Not everywhere, not hotels, not hospitals, not what's the other one? Not the mall. They're not going to be checking your ID to get inside. But for restaurants, they're supposed to be checking, or they didn't even say checking. You're supposed to show a vaccination card. Now, if you're Colombian, you can show an electronic version. If you are an American, we don't know. They're not telling us right now. So if anybody knows, again, email me at dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. I need that information. And I can only look at so many stories on my own. I have about 15 major sources, but I have like 20 that I look through. So any feedback is definitely needed for that. But if you are going there, they are saying that mid this month or later this month, that to get into restaurants and so on, you're going to need to show a vaccination card or show that you've been vaccinated. I don't see this coming to fruition. I just don't see it happening. It makes no sense. Why would they even do it? And then on top of that, how are they going to enforce it? So if you do have travel, personally, I would still go. I understand the apprehension, though. I understand the apprehension to go now, especially, I can't even sit out at the spot I was just telling you about. I can't even sit out there. Or I can't go to, somebody commented, because I'm always saying go to Sweet Georgia Cafe. They said, well, Rob, how am I going to Sweet Georgia Cafe if I got to show a vaccine card? I ain't getting vaccinated. So, okay. So there's always a workaround with that there in Medellin. You will figure that one out when you get there. But on the other side of that vaccination coin, again, remember the United States is officially open as of today to international travel. So they have to be vaccinated. Number one, both shots in 2 weeks, or one shot of J&J in 2 weeks. And you have to take either PCR or antigen test to come in the U.S. Now, where it applies to Americans going back, right now it's 72 hours. You have to take a COVID test within 72 hours of returning to the U.S. But if you are not vaccinated or you cannot show proof of vaccination, then you have to take your test going back within 24 hours. So that doesn't give you, it takes away 2/3 of your chance of not getting it. because the extra 2 days, you can get it. I don't know why they don't do it the same day anyway. Just, I don't know, open up a center. You're making money on it, I'm sure. They wouldn't do it if there wasn't any profit on it. Believe that. Wherever the money is, I know they're always watching it. But so that's where I started with. I wanted to make sure that I went over that too. Again, thank you so much to Chris G, Freddie T, everybody else here who has popped up the super chat. Much appreciated, much appreciation. And thank you so much for the support. With positive feedback goes a long way, man. And it motivates me to continue on. Because I'm going to tell you, anybody doing this, they get to a point where they're like, I think truly why most YouTubers should say, man, it's, it may be an issue of people just saying some stupid stuff, because some people say stupid stuff. It's as simple as that. And for no reason, too. Just to be rude or, I don't really have that much anymore. But it takes a lot of work, the editing, the sourcing of the information. It takes a lot of work, and you have to have help. And I have somebody that helps me. And so let me take a second to give a shout out to the gentleman who researches and helps me with all the FOIA requests. Because before he came along, I knew what a FOIA request was, but I had never read one. I had never sent one. I've done 2 today. And it all came from helping me out, who is in touch with the brothers every day. We have our own little chat line with the brothers in Colombia, and he's actually working on their half. And then he'll reach back and say, did you tell Veronica Reed we needed to send this to Warnock, or we need to send this back to the embassy? That is all orchestrated by that. So I could not do this without the assistance of others. So much appreciation to shout out to you, bro. And nobody even knows who is. He's just a guy who reached out in the beginning with the Reed case and says, let me help you with this. Let me give you some information. I was like, man, how does he do this? How does he do this stuff? I mean, my girl's an attorney and she's doing FOIA requests. How's he doing this, man? But anyway, I need the assistance from you guys. So if you guys have any stories, you have any feedback you need to give me, again, send me to the email that you see below, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. And hopefully people will see this after this plays, not live, but you will join our group. There is strength in numbers, and you can look in the app and you can see who's nearby. And then say, Chad, Bill, Mary, Kelly, you want to go out and get a drink? Let's, because we're in this group together now. And those who comment a lot, the more you comment, the more you'll know who's who. And you'll see that person when you're there. You talk to them, look, I'm going on the 3rd. Well, I'm going on the 8th. Well, let's go on the 5th. We can get a spot. We can share a spot. You want to know where to stay? Go to the app and you type in Airbnb, because somebody asked me up the chain about Airbnbs. That's best places to stay. Luis, our moderator, our group moderator, and thanks so much to Luis also for the work that he's doing. Man, he's living his best life. He's down there all the time, and he's sending pictures too. That's another thing. Share your experiences. If you are in a group right now and you're watching this video, share your experiences, share the videos, share the pictures, share your Airbnb. Give us show us what the Airbnbs look like. It's all about educating people more about something that they are interested in. You're on this channel if you have interest for travel, or Medellin Colombia, or Guatemala, or Vietnam, or Dubai, or wherever else I'm going. I'm at least 10 to 15 videos in the whole. It's just not enough time in a day. I do still have an 8-hour job. Let me look at a few more before I get out of here. Global Go-Getter says, Rob, you have a WhatsApp group, right? It's not WhatsApp. If so, if you look at that across the bottom right there, it says just send me your WhatsApp number. It is not a WhatsApp group. I will not do WhatsApp groups ever again. And it is just it's horrific what 1 or 2 people can do to a group of people. And those 1 or 2 people have all the other numbers in the group too, and can wreak havoc with it. So it's out there and it serves a purpose to somebody. It's just I'm not going to sit there all day and listen all night. Go back and look at it. And I got 300 and something messages, and who's got the best whole house, and how much they pay for prostitutes. And again, you got to understand, I'm 59 years old. That's not what I'm about. And hopefully I portray that in my videos. It's about getting the news to you that is important before you make some decisions. The more you know, the better decisions you can make. And so that's why you can ask of others. Absolutely ask others. Ask others in the group. Ask others in the comment section. Collectively, they have even just a couple probably have way more information than I do. I have to search and then get that information from them to pass on to you because I know what's needed because I've been there. Let's see. Bonnet Team says on the way to Lake Atitlan, go to Rincon Suizo. Try the steaks and chucknall cheese with dark tortillas. Best food in Guate. Man, I most of the trip, my girl did it the other night. She just put it all together. I don't know. And then I just thought, okay, where are we going? I put it in Trip. Use TripIt too. If you're a traveler, use TripIt. It's an app. TRIPPIT. I think it's 2 P's or 1 P, whatever. TripIt. And you put all your, I did a video on that too, but you put all your information in it. And then you don't have to be looking through different, where's the flight reservation for this? It's all there. Because as soon as you get the reservation, you put it in. And it is, how's it spelled? It doesn't, oh, where's the icon? Okay, TRIPIT. So check out that app. You just take it, you send your reservations to this one email, and it populates it on its own. So then you know, okay, because I keep saying, when are we leaving? I go to TripIt. I don't go to Spirit or whoever we're flying on. Yeah, it's Spirit one way anyway. I don't look at that. I go to this one because then I know I have every other Airbnb or hotel or whatever in that same place too. So TripIt, the app. Let's see, Rob, you're a positive brother and an asset to the travel community, especially Black travel community. I am dropping a PayPal donation shortly. Appreciate your family. Much appreciation. That's Global Go Getter. Much thanks, man. Much thanks. Is it a group or a Discord or Facebook? It's it is on the, what's the app called? Somebody mentioned it earlier. The name of our group is Colombia Bound, but it is, shoot, what's what's it called? The app. Somebody tell me this in the group. What's the name of the app? Mighty Networks. Oh man, Mighty Networks. Global Go Getter says, good for you. At 53, I'm not with all that nonsense either. Exactly. And it constantly pops up, man. There's some people, I don't know. Maybe you sitting at home, you drinking, and you planning out way. I don't know. I'm getting old. I just want to relax and chill out. Telegram group, hide phone numbers. Not familiar with that one. This one, you don't need a phone number for the group. You don't need a number. Our group anyway. Michael LaFleur says, can you say the group name again? The name of the group is Colombia Bound, but send me your WhatsApp number and your name to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, and I'll get you in. Too many people go to Colombia just to monger. I'm not with that nonsense either. Exactly. I mean, if that's what floats your boat, fine. It's just not what I'm about and this channel is about. So that's all. Hence, it's a slow slog for me. You want to know what grassroots is this. A slow slog, but moving forward. Let's see. Yeah, that was in Bonnet Team. Just sent you an email. Okay, bet. Appreciate it. I will see it. Oh, show more. Oh shoot. I forgot to put them up too. Oh, he's saying, I forgot to, I've been just reading the messages and not showing them up. I could have showed y'all. Anyway, if you're still in here, can you do me a favor on your way out? Hit like, much appreciation. Leave a comment. If I'm offering any benefit at all, do me a favor. Go down and hit the subscribe button. Click the bell to be alerted of any new videos. And like, of course, it helps the YouTube algorithm.
Simone, that's it.
Remember that. For real. Much appreciation. You guys have a good night. I'm going to jump out of here now. If you have any questions at all, send me an email to dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com or comment below. Thank you guys and be safe. I'm going to jump out now.